Hello and welcome to yet another video. In this tutorial, we will show you how to create classes, modify classes, and manage classes in Connect. Welcome and enjoy this session. So as you can see, we have opened Connect, right? And when you open Connect, you find that there are menus up here. So menu tabs, right? So you have home, charter, all the way. So for us to go to class, we select or we have to choose, we have to go to a menu referred to as class attendance. You'll notice that there are some screens that will show all the menu tabs up here, all of them, but there are some that show this drop down icon, this one. So this one happens only when the screen cannot display all the menus in this straight line because of the screen resolution or the size of the screen. So if your screen you are not seeing the attendance on this menu, you'll have to click this drop down icon, this one, and see the menus that are not being able to be displayed fully on your screen. So in this case, you'll see we have the attendance tab now, the attendance tab. Now, for us to create a class in Connect, we will need to have a teacher or a teacher already existing, either a teacher who is existing or a teacher we need to create. But in this course, we are going to teach you both. So let's look at how the structure of the class looks like before we can go now to navigating into creating and having a teacher. So when you open Connect, you'll see menus and you will navigate to the menu tab, to a menu called attendance, this attendance tab. You can see it is popping, attendance tab. So this attendance tab. So you click on the attendance tab. And once you click on the attendance tab, this is what you'll be able to see. You'll be able to see a class, attendance class name. You'll be able to see the classroom age group. You'll be able to see the tutor implementer. You'll be able to see the time they meet, and you also to see the days they meet, the class that was last modified and who modified that class last. Also in the class attendance window, you'll be able to see the attendance dashboard, where we have the attendance for beneficiaries who have not attended the project for the period of 15 days, 60, and so forth and so on. And then you can also look at attendance. You can search attendance for the beneficiary from which date to another date. You can also search, you can also find the unassigned beneficiaries, the beneficiaries who are not in any class or who are not been allocated to any class. You can also look at class attendance summary, and you can also look at center-based activity attendance and home-based activity attendance and home-based participation. Now, so this is all about the class and the window we shall be operating in when we form a class. So now there are things that you need to understand when we are showing you how to create a class. For you to create a class, or the instances that will make you to create a class are you don't have any class existing at the project and you want to form classes. Another instance is that you have created classes, but those classes, they are not meeting all the age groups in your project. So it means you have to add more classes to capture all the age groups. So the age group, as you will understand, we have center-based, that is the center-based age group, that is from age 3 to 22 years, and we have below 3 years, that is home-based classes. So in this course, we are going to teach you about center-based, that the students or the children you stay with at the project on Saturdays. So for us to do that, we will continue to look at the scenarios that you need to form a class. We have said one scenario is that you don't have any classes, you have not formed any classes. Maybe you've just started forming classes, that is from scratch. You have classes, but you need to add more classes because they are not meeting all the age groups. Another instance that you might find of modifying or editing a class, maybe you have a class but the teacher has left. In this case, you'll modify the class, but you not create another class. You just modify that class by changing the tutor implementer. Okay, so let's look at how to create a class now. We are assuming that we don't have any classes. Let's assume that we don't have any classes here and we need to form a class. Now, before you form a class, there are these things that you need to have in mind. Number one, you need to know the teachers that are going to handle those classes. So you can have a piece of paper and jot down the names of the teachers who will be dealing with different classes. So you list all the age group you have the project and also say teacher so and so will be tackling this class. Now, once you have drafted whoever you want to pick a certain class, now you can come and insert this now data into Connect. And in this tutorial, we are going to show you how to start a class or to make a class from scratch. So for you to make a class, number one, you need to add that teacher into the system. And we add the teachers into the system via the contacts. That is, you insert the teacher into the system via contacts. And this is how we do this. So for you to add a teacher into the system, before now you can create a class, you must first of all insert that teacher into the system. So this is how you are going to insert or make a teacher, insert the teacher details into the system. So we'll go to, you see these menus here, you locate a menu called My ICP, this one, My ICP, My IC tab, My ICP tab. So you'll click on My ICP tab. And when you click on My ICP tab, this window will open and you find that it is showing the name of the project here. And then we have these quick links, this one. These ones are what we call quick links. And what you can see, when I move my mouse over, there is a pop-up window that is popping up. You see, there's a window that is popping up. Every time I move on this, there is a window that is popping up. So this is what we call quick links. This one will give you a quick access to do very many things that you could have used this navigation bar to go down and search them all the way from these sections. So with these quick links, you can add them directly from here. So for you to add a contact, there are two options now. You can either use these quick links or you can go down using this scroll bar, you go down to a section we call new contact, this section, you can see, and then you can just click on new contacts. But in this tutorial, I'll use the quick links, which is the quickest way to create a contact. So you'll come to the contacts here and you place your tab there. You find that when you place your mouse on the contact, there is this window that is popping open. So once you take your cursor on this contact, you just slide your mouse like this into this window and you can create a contact here. Alternatively, I've said you can use this scroll bar, this one here, go down up to the section we call contacts, or new contacts. This is the contacts, and then you click on the new contacts. Okay, so once you click the new contact, it will open. Here you need to know, before you create this contact, the teacher must have signed a child protection agreement because he is going to deal directly with the kids. Now let's look at how we fill this form or how we fill the teacher's details. So in salutation, we select on how we refer this teacher. In our case, we have a Mrs. And this Mrs., we are calling her Mrs. Hannah. Mzungu. Mrs. Hannah Mzungu. Mrs. Hannah Mzungu. We are calling this teacher of ours Mrs. Hannah Mzungu, and she prefers to be called as, that is the preferred name she's like that when you call her Hannah. Okay, and then here is you need to be very, very careful. She has a role at the ICP and she doesn't have any role at the church. This section is only used to fill the church, the people who have church roles, that is the patron, the deacon, and other church titles that people, the contacts who are working in the church. But this one has only a role at the ICP or the FCP, as they are currently known, the FCP. So you will come to the role at FCP and select tutor implementer. Why? Tutor implementer are assisting us to implement the curriculum. So whenever you're assisting to implement something at the project, you are tutoring or assisting the children, you tutor in form of offering service to the children in terms of teaching, you tutoring them, you refer to you as a tutor implementer. And then you'll have the relationship working with ICP. So you find that she is part-timely paid or part-time paid. I said before you create a contact, you must ensure that she has signed a child protection form, and because she's going to work directly with the children. So you click this, directly working with children, and also click on child protection, has signed child protection agreement. And then you see on the preferred days, here we leave blank because this teacher may work on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, depending on the fixture of the program. The program sometimes they are supposed to come on Monday, Tuesday, and on Wednesday. Sometimes on Saturday, and even sometimes on Sunday during Compassion Sunday. So we don't choose the preferred names, the preferred days, but they will come at the project depending on how the schedule will be. So we'll click save. So when you click save, you'll see the contact has been saved, or the contact has been saved. So you'll see the system telling you the contact has been saved. So once you see that, you can peruse through the contact to see if you have made any error or you have omitted any information. So you see here I've checked that she's working directly with the kids, and I've also said that she's Miss Hannah Kazungu. So in case you realize an error here, maybe you didn't select the role at the ICP, or you have confused the role at the ICP instead of role at the role at the church instead of the role at ICP, you'll click this edit button. And when you click edit button, you can come here and change to the correct, or correct the spelling, or correct any other thing that you see that's not right with this contact. And then you say save. Okay, that is now editing if you had any errors. You'll see the system will tell you the contact has been updated. Now we have already added the teacher into the system. Let's go now on making a class. Remember, there are two types of attendances here. We have the attendance that does not have any other words accompanied to it, maybe a prefix or suffix does not have, and there is this activity attendance. For us to create a class, we use this attendance class, this attendance tab, okay, this one here. So this is what we shall click on it, and once we click the attendance tab, we'll go to that menu that we saw at the beginning of the video, and as you can see, we have a class and the dashboard. Now here already we have added the teacher. We will now be able to create an attendance. Okay, so creating an attendance is now making a class for this teacher. So you will come here, you see it is asking you for a tutor implementer. Here you don't type anything, you just use this search button, or you can just use search button for the easiest way. So you just click the search button, and that is the search, this class, and then you see our teacher is number 1 here, Hannah Mzungu, the one that you have created. So you can just click on Hannah Mzungu, the name, click on the name, and you'll see Hannah Mzungu has been added in this field of tutor implementer. So when does this class meet? You'll understand that there are times that there are some students who maybe attend some other function, let's say school tuition, and they come at the program, so they meet their teacher in the afternoon. There are those students who come in the morning, those are the younger students, aged 3 to maybe 15, 12, who come to the project during morning. So this one is when you select when do they meet the teacher. So just select the hour or the time of the day. So in this class, I say that my class is meeting Madam Hannah in the morning. And the class name, what is the class name for this student? I'll call this class of mine champions. We shall call this class of ours champions. Okay, champions 1. So this is the name of this class. So this class will be known as champion 1. And it's very important also to ensure that all these things that are highlighted red are selected, these things, because without it you can never be able to create this class. So we'll come to the age groups. At the project we have various age groups. We have age group 0 to 2. This is for home based. So center based, we begin from 3 to 5, 6 to 8, 9 to 11, 12 to 14, 15 to 18, and then we have 19 plus. As you can see, there is a gap of 3 years. That is an interval of 3 years from in every age group. This is when you'll find something called CDPR is done. That's the developmental progress is the child developmental progress is done. Now, knowing the age group that you have at the children, depending on their cognitive age, you will now create a class. In this case, these students I'm creating a class for, they are age 15. They are between 15 to 18 years. So I'll select 15 to 18 years. Okay, and you see the system will automatically detect this one is center based. Now in the class description is when you can describe anything you think about this class, or how can you describe the class? What can you say about this class? So I'll say that these are a class of brave. These are class of brave youths who are ready to learn. Here it is free for you to describe how you feel about your class. What can you talk about your class? So you can create a class and say something about that class, and then you will click on save. Okay, so here you will see that you have saved this class, and Madam Hannah now has a class called champions 1. We need to give Madam Hannah children to this class, because we have just created a class, but you have now to assign these students to this class. As you can see, the system will tell you the available children in this age group that don't have classes. Like in this case, you see we have 7. So for you to assign these 7 students to Madam Hannah, or the number that you'll be having, you will just either, if you want to assign all of them, you'll click on this button here, which will select all of them. But if you want to select some, you can come and select them by name. Let's say Antonina, we want Anthony, we want Elena, we want Scholar and Lydia to be taught by Madam Hannah Mzungu. So I'll come and click this button called assign. Okay, assign. Once I assign the students in this column, or in this class, now you see that Madam Hannah has 5 children, or has 5 children. So, or has 5 beneficiaries. So there is one thing that I need to do. I need to also say when these learners attend, or the days that they will be attending the program. So in this case, you find that there are students who during marathon, you find that the students can attend all the days of the week apart from Sunday. Okay, and during school days, you find that they only attend on Saturday. So you'll see, if that month is within marathon, you'll select all of these. But if that month is within a normal school day where the student will not come to the project during weekday or will not have any activity during weekday, then you'll just select on Saturday alone. But if there is the month of marathon, let's say April, you have to select all the months. Alternatively, there is no harm if you select all the months, all the days, that is all the days that they are coming on the program, because schools may close or school may be having something and you have an event that is an impromptu or something that the students should come to the program. So it's a good practice when you mark all of these weekdays. So once you do that, you will come to this one is showing the current month. That is the current month which we are in. When you click on the current month, that is after selecting the days, these days, and come and click. When you move you scroll to this and move to current month. In this, you see that the calendar will pop open, and in this, when it will pop open, it will show you all the days of the month. You see, so from day 1 to day 28, because we are in February. So here is when you mark the registers. Okay, you have created the class. Every Saturday you have now to mark this class. And how do you mark? By coming and clicking the current month. That is clicking, when you click the current month, it will pop the current month here. So let's say Antonina came on 1st and came on Saturday. That was on Saturday, and she also came on 16th, and she also came on 28th. Okay, so you'll see that you have marked the days that this child came to the project, and then you can mark another child again if she came. This one maybe was absent, you can mark another child. And once you are complete by marking this, you only mark this when you have the registers with you, because you will, as you can see, this one is the attendance that the students are now coming to the project. So you'll mark according to the days they have come, this way, according to the way they have come. So you find that you check these boxes that the students have come to the project. Once you do that, you will save the attendance. Okay, once you do that, you will save attendance. As you can see, that one already we have saved this attendance for the children. So you see this Madam Kazungu, this is her class, and these are the weeks, the days of the week they will be attending the program. And then when you click on the current month, you can be able to mark the class. Let's say this class is so huge. Instead of going all the way to this side, you can just search with this button as you mark the register. Let's say Antonina. So you find that the system is searching for you, the child, Antonina. You can see right now it has filtered only two things. So you can come and mark for Antonina and mark for Antonina. Okay, you can mark for Antonina and mark for Antonina. So you can do Anthony and Antonina. So you can mark depending on the filter, and you can say I just want the child called Nema to mark him first, because that is the name you are filtering on the register. So you just mark this child attended on this day. Once you are done, you click on the save button. Okay, so when you click on the save button, the attendance will be saved in Connect. The attendance for these children will be saved on the Connect, and there we will say that you have now, after saving the contact, you will come and update the class. Okay, you'll come and update the class, and now you have saved the attendance of your children and marked the attendance of the children. I'll do a quick recap on this. You have the tutor implement of which you chose from this search class, and then you also selected when these classes meet, and then you can also change when this class meet. If this class. Now this is now we are under modifying, but whatever we just done, we have added a teacher, we get the name of the teacher, we added the class description, and then we came and assigned. You can also remove the children from this class. Let's say you want Anthony and Antonina to be not to be in this class. You just come and click them from this side and then click unassign. When you click unassign, you'll see that the Antonina have been removed from this class. So this teacher no longer has these children, as you can see. So with that, I think we have exhausted about our lecture on classes. Now on making a class, let's look at how we can modify a class. So modifying a class that is existence class. So we shall come to attendance. Okay, we shall come to attendance again because we want to modify a class. When you come to attendance, let's say we want to modify the class for champions. Okay, let's say we want to monitor for the class for champions, and this class, Madam Hannah left us again. Okay, she left us, but we got another teacher who we have another teacher who we have already added in the system. So we will come and search that teacher. Let's say we have teacher Nixon coming in, or who is in the system. We have already created it. I showed you how to create that contact in the beginning of this video. So we shall search teacher Nixon, and you see that the system will bring for me all the teachers called Nixon. So I'll select one teacher here called Nixon. So this class has been modified now. It belongs to teacher Nixon. Okay, so it will be belonging to teacher Nixon, and still you can remove all these children, and you can also assign teacher Nixon children from other classes. From the available slots, you can assign him more children so that teacher Nixon has more children. Okay, you can assign him more children, and then the same way you will also have to mark the days they meet. That is, if they are coming on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that is the days they come to the project. And I've said it's a good practice if you mark all of them, because there are events that the students come during the Saturday program. So much being said, now let's look at another thing in class that is very important that you need to master. So we will come and look at attendance again. So we'll come and search attendance. Remember to save every time you make changes in that class. So we shall come to the class, and here you will see we need to find out how many children are attending the program. Okay, how many children are attending the program? So we will say we want to see the children who have not attended the program for follow-up purposes, who are not attended the program for the last 15 days, or let's say that last 1 month, that the student have not come to the program. So we'll click search. Okay, so when you click search, you find that these are the students who have not attended the program for the last 30 days. These ones, the last date was November, and most of these have gone to high school. You can see most of them have gone to high school. Remember, if the child is in high school, this is what you should do. If the child is in high school, let's say child number 001 is in high school, you'll come and search, okay, the child number, or type the child name in the search button here, and you will, when you search, let's say you are searching 001, and you'll come to a place called edit, that is, and the beneficiary profile. You'll click on edit, and here there is something that is very important to note. You need to come to the notes. we need to come on the notes. So it is let's look at the beneficiary. That is on the beneficiary profile. This on the beneficiary profile, we navigate down to a place called notes. This place, okay, this place called notes. New note, this new note, this one. So here is when you add a new note and tell compassion or tell the field office, okay, you tell the field office here, you write the notes and say the field office and say this child is in high school, and then you click, like for example, this child or this beneficiary is in high school, is in high school, okay? Just like that. Then you say, okay, that is for a child who is in high school. So once that it happens like so, someone will know that these students are in high school. That is all about classes. I think you have been able to see how to manage a class, and for you to mark your register now, you just come and click on your class, okay? Just come and click on your class, and you will be able to see your class and select the current month. And when you select your current month, you'll be able to mark the register as per the days that you have listed, okay? So you'll be able to mark the register, and when you mark the register, you just go here and you update, okay? You click on update and you'll be able to have updated your class. So I believe this was an informative lecture, and you've been able to learn on how to create the classes. You have been able to learn how to modify the classes, and I've said that for you to mark the classes or to edit your class, you just need to come and select the attendance, and then you navigate to attendance. When you navigate to attendance, select the class that you are working with. That is the class that belongs to you, or the class for a certain teacher. And then when you click that class, you'll be able to see this window where you can change the name of that teacher who is teaching the class, or change the teacher who is teaching that class. You can modify the age group. You can update details about that class, and when also they do meet, you can find that in there. Just write in there, and then you can see there is another aspect you need to see here. There is print selected month. This button is very important. Why? Because it will enable you to print this register and give the teachers this register so that they can be able to mark in here, and when they bring, you can just be able to transfer this content. You see, it's saying the teacher description, and then it's telling you the teacher when the class is meeting, and it's telling the name of the teacher. So when the class teacher marks this, then it will come to you marked, and then you will just come to the connect and fill in the details. So if you have any questions, let us know through the link provided, and we will be able to attend to you and solve any other problem that you are facing with the registers. It is important to note that you cannot delete a class once it's created, because that enhancement has not been created. Thank you for now, and bye until we meet in the next lecture. Thank you.